Let me ask you something. What if there was one single thing that could either make you or, well, break you? According to leadership expert John C. Maxwell, that one thing is your attitude. He says it's like the advanced man of our true selves, even the prophet of our future.
So that gets you thinking, right? We put so much value on talent, on IQ, on just raw natural ability. But what if there's something else that matters even more? Something that can either totally shut down all that talent or amplify it to levels you wouldn't believe.
You know, to really get a feel for the power of attitude, we've got to look at a story from John Maxwell's own life. It's kind of this cautionary tale about a high school basketball team that, on paper, had everything going for them. And when I say talent, I mean this team was just absolutely stacked. We're talking about that kind of raw, natural ability that just makes your jaw drop. They were the team that every other school was terrified to play.
Okay, get this. This was back in the late 1960s, and it was a high school team where almost every single player could dunk the ball. I mean, that was basically unheard of back then. They looked like an unstoppable powerhouse.
So yeah, the expectations were just through the roof. Every critic, every fan, pretty much anyone who followed high school basketball in Ohio had them picked as the team to beat. They were supposed to go all the way. And then it all just fell apart. They ended up with this really mediocre record and didn't even get close to their potential. A team that seemed destined for greatness just ended in total disappointment. So what on earth happened?
Well, it came down to one simple, incredibly destructive force. As Maxwell says, rotten attitudes ruin a team. See, there was this rivalry between the junior and senior players that just spiraled into an all-out war. They stopped passing to each other, they wouldn't work together, and all that amazing talent was just completely wiped out by their terrible attitudes.
And that story? Wow, it perfectly sets up the huge idea we're diving into. Attitude isn't just some fluffy, nice-to-have thing. No, it's the real difference maker between success and failure. It's the true winner's edge. Just think of attitude as a multiplier. I mean, look at this chart. That top line right there, great talent plus rotten attitudes equals a bad team. That's Maxwell's high school team in a nutshell. But look what happens. As you just start improving that attitude, the team's potential just skyrockets.
And this, right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. We love to think that success is all about what you're born with, your aptitude. But the real edge, the thing that truly separates the good from the great, is attitude. It is the ultimate game changer.
Okay, so attitude is absolutely critical. We've got that. But here's where it gets really exciting. This is the most empowering part of this whole idea. Your attitude is not set in stone. You actually have the power to change it.
This is where it gets so powerful, you guys. You can either choose to be the master of your attitude, or you can let it make you its victim. And that power is 100% in your hands. It's a choice you get to make every single day.
So just stop and think about that for a second. What would that actually mean for you in your life right now? What if you could fundamentally change where you're headed just by changing your attitude?
So the big question is, how do we actually do it? How do we take this amazing idea and turn it into a real practical plan? If you want to change your attitude, where do you even start? Well, Maxwell gives us 4 clear choices we can make. It all starts with being really honest with yourself, evaluating where you are right now. Then, you got to actively work on changing your thought patterns, your internal monologue. Next, you take small actions every day towards your new goal. And finally, and this is probably the most important, you have to actually want to change. That desire is the fuel for everything else.
Here's a really simple but powerful tool you can use today. Change the words you use. Seriously, they shape your reality. Just swapping out those negative, limiting phrases for positive, empowering ones can literally start to rewire your brain. So instead of I can't, try saying I can. Instead of it's impossible, try all things are possible. It feels different, right?
And listen, this isn't just some feel-good self-help talk. It's a deep psychological truth. The famous philosopher and psychologist William James called it the greatest discovery of his generation. This incredible power we have to reshape our entire lives just by reshaping our minds.
So, what's the ultimate payoff here? If you really work on building a great attitude, what happens? Well, it completely changes your relationship with 2 of the biggest words in our lives: failure and success.
See, with the right attitude, you stop seeing failure as who you are. It's not your identity. It's just a momentary event, a piece of data. It's something you learn from, not something you become. In fact, adversity starts to look totally different.
It becomes your most powerful teacher. It builds your resilience, it forces you to mature, it pushes you to innovate. When you reframe it like this, every single challenge becomes a genuine opportunity to grow.
And this shift in attitude doesn't just change how you see failure, it redefines success too. It's no longer some finish line you have to cross one day. Instead, success becomes this continuous, exciting journey of growth.
So what does that journey look like? Well, it's about three things: knowing your purpose, constantly growing to reach your potential, and, this is a big one, helping other people along the way. It really is about the journey itself, not just the final destination.
You know, Thomas Jefferson just said it perfectly. At the end of the day, your attitude is the ultimate deciding factor. The right one can make you feel unstoppable, but the wrong one makes any real progress feel impossible.
So let's end with this one powerful thought from Maxwell. Your attitude isn't just a mood you're in, it's a prophet. It is actively predicting and creating your future. So the question I want to leave you with is this: what is your attitude predicting for you?
Please do subscribe.